month of June here at Virgin. You've seen all the greats, and we're going to see another incredible fight Saturday night. Hello, welcome, welcome. Sit down, guys. Yeah, you know, hey, no, I didn't even get to the question yet. We're too busy shaking hands. The guy's just rolling over. No introductions needed. How special do you think this guy is sitting to my right?
Well, you know, remember a year ago when we started the bubble, you know, it was the first main event with Shakur Stevenson. And now that, thank God, the bubble is behind us, Shakur is the main event in the first fight that we've done here in Nevada for spectators. So I'm very pleased that we've been able to do it. Shakur knows that as his body of work increases, that the fights get difficult and the opponents are looking to knock him off. But that's the way boxing has been. And Shakur Stevenson, a lot of experts in the business say that he, in the coming years, will be the face of boxing. So we'll see how he does against a tremendous puncher from Africa, who he faces on Saturday. You know, every fight at this level is a tough fight. Nothing is a walk in the park.
And with that, we welcome our main event to the stage, Shakur Stevenson, Jeremiah Nakathila, for the vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight World Championship. ESPN, 7 o'clock Pacific. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Let's start over here. How does that feel to hear the Bob Father over here talk about you like that?
I think it feels real good knowing that Bob think that I'm the next future superstar of the sport, and I just gotta live up to that.
Amazing. It's tougher to prepare for an opponent, obviously, when there's not a lot of tape. So how did you prepare for this fight? Because there's not a lot of footage on your opponent.
I just feel like when I'm at my best, it don't matter who the opponent is. It's been like that my whole career. Since I've been an amateur, you don't know who you're gonna fight in the amateurs. You come up and you just gotta fight people. So at the end of the day, when I'm at my best, nobody can beat me.
Jeremiah, welcome. Very excited. 21-1, 17 knockouts. What are you looking to show your fans Saturday night?
You know, first and foremost, I would just would like to thank Top Rank for the opportunity. So for sure, I'm coming here for, you know, a big one. So I'm ready. You know, I never had, you know, bigger than how I prepared for this fight. And then come Saturday night, you know, I will show.
Do you feel you're being a little underestimated here?
Not really.
Feel good?
Yeah.
You don't feel like all the attention's coming to this guy? You think you're being overlooked a little bit? Yeah, no big deal.
No, whoever underestimate me, he's gonna be surprised come Saturday night.
He said what? What'd you say?
He said he's ready to come for you Saturday night. What do you think?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
I heard you had an interesting sparring session with Bud Crawford, the start of camp. What can you tell us about your time with him in the ring?
Sparring with Terrence is like, you sparring with one of the most competitive fighters in boxing. And I guess when I first got to camp, he was already in camp. He was getting ready for Pacquiao, which he thought he was going to end up fighting. And I came in and I came to watch him spar. I started talking shit to him like, he looks slow, champ. And he got mad at me and he's like, get in here, show me I'm slow. So then I went in to the car and grabbed all my stuff and we ended up sparring like 8, 9 rounds. And it was some of the most competitive and best sparring that I had in so long. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Was he slow?
Nah, not at all. He speeded it up when he get in the ring with me.
When you geared up, it became real. That must have been an experience. Back home, you work as a police officer.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for your service. Talk about that. More difficult to be a professional fighter or more difficult to be a police officer?
Yeah, it's good, you know, when you're a force member, sometimes it opens your mind sometimes, especially when it comes to what you go through. You know, it strengthens your mind, you know, when you are enforcement. Yeah, so you go through, you know, a lot of tough, you know, lives, you know, tough challenge. So, but it opens your mind more, broader.
You've won 10 straight fights by knockout. Your last 10 fights you've won by knockout. How have you grown as a fighter? And what can we expect from you now that you've got these 10 knockouts under your belt and you're walking into what is probably the biggest fight of your career?
All I know is I can knock anybody in this 130 pound. You know, I can destroy anybody in the 130 pound. So just come Saturday night, gonna see Shakur. How I'm going to destroy him.
I'm damn sure not losing to no cop. I promise you, I swear to God, I'm not losing to no cop.
Yeah, just come Saturday night. I'm gonna show this boy how he's done.
Might get arrested maybe after the fight for some shenanigans. No, you okay?
I never lose a 5-0.
Well, we hope we have some police officers watching who will make sure that doesn't happen. Bob, what do you have to say about this main event?
Well, you know, I want to tell everybody out here, because I've had tremendous experience, obviously, in boxing over my career. And the one thing I've learned is never underestimate an African fight. Because even though it's a big continent and there's a lot of different countries, I remember when guys like the great Azuma Nelson, Ike Quartey, John the Beast Mugabe, when they came over, little known guys, and they gave everybody a run for their money, and a number of them became champions and gave the marquee guy a lot to handle. For example, I remember when I did Ike Quartey against Oscar De La Hoya, a lot of people thought at the end of that fight that Quartey had pulled it out. Oscar got the decision. But African fighters come with a lot of strength, and Jeremiah, I think, will epitomize that. Now, he's in with a very, very tough task, probably the great, best young fighter in the world in Shakur Stevenson, but he's going to give it a go, and I think it'll be a very, very exciting fight.
Talk about your journey coming to Las Vegas for this fight, because I've heard various stories, different accounts of how you got here. But tell us how you actually ended up in Vegas and how long it took.
It was a bit long journey, you know, to come back, I mean, to reach Vegas, but, you know, I feel at home. I don't know, my mind feel at home. I feel like I'm in Benduk right now. So, it's, you know, it's been a long journey to reach Vegas, but I feel good, you know, I feel happy that we arrived safe here. And then we just continue with little touch up, you know, just to be on the weight, and we are good.
Well, we're excited for Saturday night. Shakur, one last one for you. Again, mentioning probably the greatest young fighter in the country, maybe on the planet. How does that help your mindset, knowing that you have probably, not probably, the greatest boxing promoter of all time in your corner like that?
I mean, like at the end of the day, I listen to it, but you can't get like too high, so I hear it, but you still gotta complete the task. And I try to stay like in between. I don't try to like listen to everything that I hear and then just go off that. I try to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do too. So I put in a lot of good work this camp. My preparation was good, my weight good, and I'm ready to fight Saturday.
I love hearing that, because I actually wrote down here that there's a lot of chatter in the world about the Herrings and the Valdezes, and I know that your name is in that discussion nonstop. How do you stay focused on right now, right here in this moment, knowing that probably those names are going to be in the ring with you sooner rather than later?
I mean, at the end of the day, we've seen a lot of upsets these past 2 years in boxing, from Anthony Joshua, when he lost to Ruiz. You watch Josh Warrington lose to the dude Lara. So we've seen a lot of upsets. You can't just go in there and sleep on this dude. This dude coming to fight at the end of the day. So I'm well prepared. I'm ready for Saturday, and I'm gonna give him my all.
Well, I'm excited for Saturday. Gentlemen, I want to thank you. Bob, I want to thank you for sitting in, as always. Gentlemen, leave your microphones right there on the stage. Hit those X's, and let's do the first face-off of the weekend. Evan Korn, come on up here with that belt, because that's what it's all about. It's going down Saturday. Thank you, Evan. Like I said, gentlemen, it goes down Saturday, June 12th.
The front first.
7 p.m. Eastern Pacific on the ESPN Plus. We are here celebrating the grand opening of the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas. Shakur Stevenson, Jeremiah Nakathila for the vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight World Championship. On behalf of Mr. Bob Arum, as always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. Steph, hold that belt up over their heads. Let the world see it. There it is right there. The vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight World Championship. Coming to you live, the grand opening of Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Top Rank taking over the entire month of June. Stacked cards starting Saturday, June 12th, 3:30 on ESPN Plus. 7 o'clock on the network. There they are, Shakur Stevenson, Jeremiah Nakathila, the vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight World Championship. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. We'll see you tomorrow as they step on the scale.
Come on, guys, right in front. Here we go. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Good stuff, guys.